Let's jump right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the unexpected biological machinery behind one of the world's most famous botanicals, sandalwood. Prepare to have your mind blown because we are unpacking the true hard science behind this ancient extract.
Okay, let's dive into this. When you hear the word sandalwood, what immediately comes to mind? Probably a high-end perfume, right? Or maybe a luxury candle you light when guests are over to make the place smell nice. Well, it's time to completely challenge that preconception. Far from being just a pleasant aroma to fill a room, sandalwood is actually a pharmacological powerhouse hiding right in plain sight.
Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to start with beyond the woody scent, move right into the chemical engine, explore some incredible clinical effects in saving your skin and hacking your brainwaves, and finally, we'll wrap up with smart and safe usage.
Part 1. Beyond the woody scent.
So, sandalwood has held this incredible historical prestige for centuries, but its modern applications make it a true clinical tool. By definition, Sandalwood Essential Oil is a highly valued extract derived directly from the heartwood of the Sandalum album, that's Indian sandalwood, or Sandalum spicatum, which is the Australian variety. But here is the kicker. It's the specific, meticulous extraction method of steam distillation that absolutely unlocks its immense value. This precise process isolates the critical compounds that make it so incredibly prized across pharmacology, clinical dermatology, and high-end perfumery today.
Part 2. The chemical engine. Let's pivot to the organic chemistry that makes all these therapeutic benefits possible. Now, what's really interesting here is this engine versus exhaust analogy. A massive 55% of the profile is α-santalol. This is the biological engine doing literally all the heavy lifting for your health, driving those incredible anti-inflammatory and skin-soothing properties. Then there's a 25% slice beta-santalol. You can think of this as the exhaust of our engine. It's the component that gives off that characteristic warm, woody, and wonderfully persistent fragrance we all instantly recognize.
Section 3. Saving your skin.
So how exactly does that α-santalol engine translate to dermatology? Well, this is where its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial power really shines. By suppressing COX-2 enzymes and cytokine production, it basically tells your skin's inflammatory response to calm down. This translates into visibly calmer skin for frustrating conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and rosacea. And honestly, even more impressively, it provides targeted acne defense by going right after bacteria like Cutibacterium acnes and Staphylococcus aureus. And the absolute best part, it does all this heavy antibacterial lifting while actively preserving your skin's natural moisture barrier, instead of just stripping it away like so many harsh chemical treatments do.
Beyond just fighting breakouts and redness, sandalwood is what we call a mild tyrosinase inhibitor. Now, what does that mean for you practically? It means it helps to visibly even out your skin tone by fading post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. On top of that, it acts as a really powerful antioxidant shield, actively neutralizing reactive oxygen species. This is literally protecting your dermal collagen from the degrading, aging effects of UV radiation and urban pollution. It's essentially a botanical bodyguard for your skin's structural integrity.
Section 4. Hacking your brainwaves.
Okay, we are now transitioning into a fascinating biological paradox. Think about traditional sedatives for a second. They might induce calm, but it's usually at the really high cost of making you excessively sleepy and just lowering your overall cognitive function, right? Sandalwood aromatherapy, however, brilliantly illustrates this focus with calm effect. Rather than dulling your brain, inhaling it induces relaxation while actively maintaining cognitive alertness by influencing alpha wave activity in your brain. It's calming you down without knocking you out.
This dynamic triggers an anxiolytic response, and this matters deeply for your everyday wellness. Your central nervous system is literally responding physically to the scent. Inhalation reduces tangible physiological stress markers. It actively lowers an elevated heart rate and decreases cortisol levels in the bloodstream. So this proves the aroma is doing much more than just smelling nice. It's actively modulating your physical stress response in real time.
Section 5. Smart and safe usage.
Let's move to how this all builds together, because knowing the science is great, but applying it safely is where the true value lies.
The chemistry we just learned integrates directly into massive modern industries. In cosmeceuticals, you'll find it meticulously integrated into high-end serums, facial oils, and repair creams, used specifically for barrier repair, anti-aging, and clearing acne spots. In fine perfumery, it acts as an outstanding scent fixative, actually slowing the evaporation of lighter notes in niche fragrances. For aromatherapy, we see it in ultrasonic diffusers and patches for mindfulness, sleep, and stress modulation. And in clinical research, formulated topical prescription gels are currently under rigorous study for treating viral lesions and psoriasis. It is just an incredibly versatile botanical.
However, you really have to be careful to avoid the fake news of the skincare world. Beware of imposters. Authentic, scientifically active oil only comes from Santalum album or Santalum spicatum. If you see red sandalwood, that's Pterocarpus santalinus, on a label, just keep walking. That botanical yields a red pigment dye, but absolutely zero of that vital santalol engine we discussed earlier. I mean, it might make your skin look colorful, but it for sure won't give you any therapeutic benefits.
Now for the golden rule of dilution, 0.5% to 2%. You must never ever apply pure essential oil directly to your bare skin. For facial applications, dilute it to just 0.5 to 1%. To put that into perspective, that equates to just 1 to 2 drops per 10 milliliters of a neutral carrier oil, like jojoba or squalane. For the rest of your body, ensure your concentrations strictly remain below that 2% mark. So the crucial point here is your safety always comes first, which is exactly why a 24-hour patch test protocol is absolutely mandatory before widespread use. It's a super simple 3-step process. Step 1, properly dilute the essential oil in a carrier oil. Step 2, apply a single drop of that mixture to your inner forearm. And Step 3, wait a full 24 hours to diligently screen for any signs of contact dermatitis before applying it anywhere else on your body.
If we take away just one thing from this explainer, let it be the sandalwood triad: barrier repair, brain care, and base notes. It's a molecular engine that naturally calms the skin's inflammation, a brilliant neuromodulator that literally hacks your brain waves for focused calm, and a foundational, fixing anchor in the world of fine perfumery.
Which brings us to our final provocative question. Are you ready to look a bit closer at your skincare ingredient lists for ancient botanical science? Because the next time you see sandalwood listed on a bottle, you're going to know exactly the complex, hard-working chemistry happening inside. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the true science of sandalwood. Go check those labels, and as always, stay curious.